Alexxa here with another reaction. So today we're going to continue with our Designing Women series, and it's time with season 2, episode 4, titled Killing All the Right People. As always, if you're looking for the full-length reaction to this particular episode or any of my other content, you can find that on Patreon, and the link will be in the description below. And if you cannot support us on Patreon, that's completely fine. You can support us directly here on YouTube by liking this video, commenting, subscribing, and joining our membership program. So without any further ado, let's get into our episode. Okay. Oh, got 2 nails, so I just took off my nail polish.
Don't you just hate when Imogene comes over here? I mean, all she does is brag, brag, brag about that son of hers. And she's so jealous of Julia. I mean, if Payne goes to Vanderbilt, then Brian has to go to Vanderbilt. If Payne joins SAE, then Brian has to join SAE. She's gonna hear you.
Well, I better run. As soon as Brian and his little friend get here for the weekend, they're taking me to dinner. You know, tomorrow's my birthday.
Oh, I didn't know. Imogene, I feel terrible.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'd forget myself if that son of mine wasn't so thoughtful. By the way, how is Payne getting along?
Oh, he... Not too well, actually. I just found out he's flunking chemistry.
What a shame. Well, give him my best, won't you?
I sure will. You have a wonderful weekend now. Bye.
Oh, Julia, since when is Payne flunking chemistry? I thought he was making straight A's.
He is, but it's Imogene's birthday. That's a lot easier than going out and buying a scarf.
I love Mary Jo's hair.
I'm sorry I've been gone so long. I had to stop by the Minute Mart and get some nail polish. Must have been 6 people ahead of me in line. The clerk didn't even speak English. Have y'all noticed how these little mini marts are all being taken over by people from the Middle East or teenagers? I mean, all the clerks are named either Abdul or Kevin.
Anthony, what is that stuff? We didn't order that.
I know. It's radio equipment. I talked WKXJ into letting me do some on-the-spot live interviews with some of the local high school football players after the game. You know, to promote inner-city school spirit and ghetto pride. Also to get Anthony some extra credit in his communications class.
Well, I think that's wonderful, Anthony, but I don't know how you're going to handle all the equipment by yourself.
Well, Kendall Dobbs is going to help me.
Kendall Dobbs from Jackards?
Mm-hmm. You know, we were talking. I found out he was a sound engineer in school and a DJ. Can you believe he's going to go to the games with me?
No, I'm not surprised a bit. He's one of the nicest kids I ever met. I just mentioned that I had to clean out my garage one weekend. He showed up at 8 a.m., worked like a dog all day, and wouldn't take a cent.
He's a nice boy. I have always liked Kendall.
Great. First, Imogene Salinger, and now Mrs. Clifton is coming to pick out fabric for her sofa. Well, when she gets here, you all can deal with her. I don't want to be unkind because I know she's a little off the beam. But she's been calling me every single day since Mother's been gone, and I am just sick and tired of listening to her tirade about Maureen Reagan living in the White House. Why should the taxpayers have to pay room and board for a big strapping girl like that?
Hi, everybody.
Kendall!
Kendall!
Haven't seen you in ages.
Yeah, I know. I took a little leave of absence.
It's
Listen,
Fitzgerald
is
Thomas
Anthony
Grant
around?
III.
Just missed him.
Oh, I forgot to give him one of the cords that goes with my Portapec unit.
Oh, is that it? I'll get it to him.
You know, Kendall, I was just thinking about you the other day.
He's
how
so
much fun we
cute.
had decorating Design House together.
Yeah, that was fun, wasn't it?
Why don't you sit down for just a minute and tell us what you've been working on?
Well, I should be getting back to the store, but I did kind of want to talk to you about taking on a special project. My funeral.
Your funeral?
Yeah.
What?
I want you to be in charge of it. You know, design it for me.
Is he
You
dying
want us to design your funeral?
Because I'm dying.
of cancer?
And I like your taste.
Kendall, what do you mean you're dying? You're just a kid.
I know. But I have AIDS.
Oh.
Kendall, isn't there any possibility they made a mistake?
No. I've been tested 3 times, and they've all been home runs, so...
I just can't believe that.
Neither can I. What a dirty, rotten deal.
I didn't even know you were gay.
Well, I am, but you don't have to be. You should have seen the hospital ward I was just in. On one side, I had a 65-year-old grandfather who got it from a blood transfusion. And on the other, an 18-year-old girl who got it from her boyfriend who got it from a girl he used to date.
Oh, Kendall, I feel so terrible. We didn't even know you were in the hospital.
Was your family here?
No, my parents are pretty upset.
I can imagine.
Actually, they're more upset about the gay part.
Oh gosh, that's so sad.
So that's why I want to make sure my
Bye.
funeral is completely paid for, you know. I don't want them getting stuck with any of my bills. I figure that's the least I can do for him now.
Kendall, I'm still not clear what it is you're asking us to do.
Just treat it like any ordinary decorating job. I put a deposit down on a funeral home, and they've got this big spare room they're gonna let you redo like the French Quarter. That's where my family's from. This is a funeral home that handles a lot of AIDS cases, you know, and some of these poor guys, they don't have any money, and their friends and families have rejected them. Anyway, now they can use my room after I'm gone.
Isn't there a treatment that you can take that will prolong your life?
Yeah, I'm in a treatment program, but I'm not kidding myself. I'm about a quart low on T cells, which is kind of like standing on the edge of a cliff. So that's why I want to get going on this. Will you do it for me? There's a lot of people out there now who don't have anybody. You'd be sending them off in style.
When do we start?
A highway patrolman stopped us because my seatbelt was hanging out, making sparks.
Damn.
Well, I didn't want to see anyone getting a ticket, so I made a mercy plea by telling the officer that we were on our honeymoon. But he said they don't give tickets for making sparks, so he just let us go after all.
He also said we were one of the most unusual couples he's ever stopped.
Yes, you would be.
Oh, gee, I'm sorry.
We just got some real sad news.
Just a little bit of a shock.
Oh, dear, that's too bad. How about a chiclet?
Thank you. I sure don't feel like going to a PTA meeting.
Well, what happened?
It's Kendall.
He's dying.
Dying.
He didn't have safe sex.
Oh, no, that's terrible. I don't want to hear this.
Yeah, we're all just sick about it.
Well, I wouldn't feel too badly, dear. I don't think this safe sex is what it's cracked up to be. My husband and I weren't that happy, and we always had safe sex. I mean, we had it in bed, and I was usually asleep. I don't think you can get any safer than that.
Yes, I think I'm just as concerned as everybody else about 14, 15-year-olds having sex, or rather not having it. And I would certainly hope that mine wouldn't have sex, that is. But on the chance that they do, I think that I would be more concerned about my daughter getting something fatal than getting pregnant.
So what is your question?
Well, today a friend of mine, I guess I don't have a question.
I make a motion that we vote.
A motion has been made that we vote on our resolution to the school board, that we are or are not in support of distributing birth control materials to students upon request. Now, this is obviously a very complex and emotionally charged issue. Therefore, I would like to recommend that we reconvene next week and get as many parents here as possible. Carolyn, I assume that you would like to champion the cause of those against distributing birth control materials.
I'd be happy to.
Fine. Now we need somebody willing to pick up the banner for the pro group.
I nominate Mary Jo Shively.
No.
Second.
Do I hear any nays? Motion passes.
Damn.
We'll reconvene at the same time next week.
Wait. Oh, dear. This is a terrible mistake. Excuse me, could somebody tell me exactly what I'm pro for?
Don't you know? Condoms for teenagers. Congratulations.
Which would be good, because it would be good because it kind of goes to your
I don't
point.
know how I got myself into this.
Well, I can probably help you, dear. I've had sex.
I love her.
What would you like to know?
All right, Mrs. Clifton, but thank you so much.
You know, the worst part of this whole mess is that horrible name. I mean, I don't know how they could call me that. I hadn't even had the debate yet.
Mary Jo, that's just kids for you.
But to call me Mary Jo Shively, the condom queen?
Kids will be kids.
That's one even I wouldn't try out for. I mean, when you think about it, it's pretty silly and silly looking, too. And it messes up your hair. I don't think it's something we ever would have come up with on our own.
Why not?
Well, it's just got to be hormones. Otherwise, no rational person would run around trying to link up with other people in that way. I mean, when you get right down to it, it's just kind of an odd thing to do. Don't you think?
No.
Julia, if I could just be more like you. I mean, you can always think of just a million things right off the top of your head, and it's always articulate and wonderful. I need you to show me how to do what you do.
Well, I'm not sure exactly what that is.
Oh, get serious, Julia. They don't call you the Terminator for nothing.
I've just always thought that if you feel passionately about what you're saying, it's like having an angel on your shoulder.
I need to learn how to do that. Could you get fired up and let me watch?
Mary Jo, I don't feel fired up right now.
Hi, anybody home?
Hi,
Kendall, come on in.
I'm glad you came. We saw the room, and I've got a fabric sample to show you.
And I have some antique flower baskets that Mary Jo found that I want to show you. What's the matter?
Nothing, you just surprised me, taking my hand.
You mean because...
Yeah. In the hospital, even some of the nurses refused to come in my room.
Imogene, why don't you take that book over the counter, hon? I'll be over in just a second to write up the order.
I can't believe that. I mean, if hospital people are going to act that way, how can they expect the public to behave any better?
What I want to know is how'd you guys get so smart?
Well, we read.
Oh, and I went to see Julia's and my family doctor, and he told me that you can't get AIDS from touching anybody. You can only get it from sex, blood products, and shared needles.
I mean, it just stands to reason that if AIDS was airborne, that somebody would have gotten it that way by now.
I'll tell you something that makes me mad about the whole thing.
You about to get fired up?
Just a little. I was reading in yesterday's papers about all these Hollywood producers who are now going to depict people not sleeping around because of AIDS. What I want to know is, what was wrong with not sleeping around before AIDS? I mean, God forbid that anybody would be sexually discriminating because it's virtuous or loyal or classy. No. Now it's as if they found a whole new reason for people to have morals again.
Now, I don't like to hurt anyone's feelings, but if these boys hadn't been doing what they do, they wouldn't be getting what's coming to them now.
Imogene, gays
Wow.
aren't the only ones getting it.
No, but they're the ones who started it.
Actually, nobody knows how it got started. Gays are just one of the first groups that showed up in.
Yes, and for a good reason. You reap what you sow, and you boys brought this on yourselves.
Oh,
As far as
no.
I'm concerned, this disease has one thing going for it. It's killing all the right people.
Imogene, I'm terribly sorry. I'm going to have to ask you to move your car.
Why?
Because you're leaving.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the only thing worse than all these people who never had any morals before AIDS are all you holier-than-thou types who think you're exempt from getting it.
Well, for your information, I am exempt. I haven't lived like these people, and I don't care what you say, Julia Sugarbaker. I believe this is God's punishment for what they've done.
Oh, yeah? Then how come lesbians get it less?
That is not for me to say. I just know that these people are getting what they deserve.
Imogene, get serious. Who do you think you're talking to? I've known you for 27 years, and all I can say is, if God was giving out sexually transmitted diseases to people as a punishment for sinning, then you would be at the free clinic all the time.
That was a read and a
And
half.
so would the rest of us.
I think she makes a good point.
Oh, who cares what you think? You're not even all there.
Well, as long as we're on the subject, neither are you.
Yeah. Yes,
Well,
bitch.
You needn't look forward to any more of my business in this lifetime.
Wonderful.
That's fine.
I'll close out your
Bye.
account. And another thing, my son has an A in chemistry. In fact, he's making all A's in everything, including PE.
Yes. Oh, I love Julia so much.
Oh, she finally got fired up.
Was that what you had in mind, Mary Jo?
Not bad.
Well, I guess you just have to find something that inspires you.
We got finished a little early. Thought we'd come by and give her a little moral support.
What I am saying is that I have a dear, sweet, funny friend, 24 years old, not very much older than the kids that we are talking about here. And he came to me this week and asked me to help plan his funeral because he's dying from AIDS. something that he got before he even knew what it was or how to prevent it. I've been thinking a lot about his mother this week and what she might give for the opportunity that I have tonight, that we all still have here tonight. Because now we know how to help prevent AIDS. And I think that it really shouldn't matter what your personal views are about birth controls, because you see, we're not just talking about preventing births anymore. We're talking about preventing deaths. 25,000 Americans have died, and we're still debating. For me, this debate is over. More important than what any civic leader or PTA or Board of Education thinks about teenagers having sex, or any immoral act that my daughter or your son might engage in, is the bottom line that I don't think that they should have to die for it. Thank you.
That was great. Oh, he did pass. That's sad. After watching this episode, you realize how powerful and how hurtful that title is. Hi, famous. We just finished watching Designing Women Season 2, Episode 4, titled Killing All the Right People. Such a powerful episode, such a poignant message about the importance of safe sex. And yeah, that's basically it. And also the importance of education and tolerance and empathy for people going through hard things in life. Like this gentleman who everybody loved, everybody adored because he was so nice and so sweet and so helpful. And unfortunately, he was diagnosed with HIV, AIDS, and is dealing with the aftermath of it, being on medication, but it not, or in therapy, or in treatment, sorry, and then it not working, and him knowing that he's going to die, asking our girls to plan his funeral. And at the same time, you had Mary Jo dealing with something at the PTA, which had to do with safe sex and providing condoms in school, which I never understood the correlations between having condoms available in school and people wanting to have sex. I never saw, as a teenager, it's not because condoms were available that it meant people were having sex more or less. It was just the fact that they were able to have safe sex, and we were taught how to put on a condom properly, like things that will keep you safe, that we understand that kids make choices without fully thinking them through. So instead of it having repercussions for the rest of your life, here are resources if anything were to happen. Did I have friends that got pregnant too early and then had to get an abortion? Sure. Did I have friends who were promiscuous? Sure. But at the same time, I had friends who were not. I had friends who waited until they went to college. So it all depends. It all depends on the person. It depends on some of the conversations at home. But at least you know that they have, that if they are ahead of their time, then at least you know that they have the resources in order to be safe about it. And that's the most important, is being safe about it. So yeah, I love this episode, and I loved what Mary Jo had to say. And it's true, people should not have to die for for experimenting, because that's what kids are doing. They're experimenting, and they shouldn't have to die because of it. So if there's ways to be able to prevent death and to keep them safe, and to also properly educate them on the risks of making that decision, then it's important to do so. So yeah, so I love that about that episode. It was a really, really good episode. I loved what they had to say. I loved how powerful it is, even till this day. It's just a great message. And these are some of the topics that are tackled in older shows that make them so amazing to watch, just to be able to see that like back then they took these things seriously. And I wish we took it a little bit more seriously nowadays, because I feel like because so many people live now with HIV, we have forgotten about the importance of these lessons. But those are important lessons to remember and to share with the younger generation. But yeah, love this episode. I hope you guys did too. And if you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Mwah. Bye for now.